I've noticed something very, very interesting throughout this video when they went for the CVS interview. I want to share that with you guys. Before I move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you happen to be one of them, consider subscribing to my channel and help me grow. So right off the bat, what you notice is that Meghan is once again walking right in front of Harry. This is very typical behavior of Meghan Markle. She believes that she is more important than her husband, for whom she is known. But she doesn't obviously think that way. She believes that her husband is known because of her actress mattress yacht career. So one thing you also notice is that Prince Harry's facial expression, even though here he is smiling a little bit, but for the most part he is glum. He's absolutely not happy to be there, and I personally believe that Meghan forced him to come over. Okay, so now they're meeting those people who are already there, this family who lost somebody from their family because of suicide and all those things. And so they're meeting these family members right here, and Meghan, as you can expect, fake hug, fake smile, hugging people randomly. And Harry, because he's feeling social pressure in this moment, he had to smile, and this is what he did. But again, I'll show you guys how Harry was not happy and why, and how he did not actually smile at all. So here you have them discussing what they'll be talking in the interview. Again, one more time, you see Harry's facial expression not looking very upbeat, and he's just scratching his face, and he doesn't even know why he's there. Now, why I'm saying this is because, understand this, guys, when Harry was talking, he was making absolutely zero sense. So for one instance, he said that today, if you have a child who goes to the next door neighbor's house and they open their social media account or touch their tabloid or the smartphone, then they come back home within 24 hours, they commit suicide. Like, this guy spoke absolute rubbish and nonsense. And so I knew from the get-go that Harry was not up to it. He was not prepared for this interview. He just showed up because of Meghan's PR, because it looked good on Meghan Markle though, and at a time when she's launching her brand American Riviera, she needed this kind of PR. Now here obviously you see when Jane Pauley she came, Meghan was rushing to hug her. I'm gonna play it real motion. Oh my God, so nice to meet you. Oh my God, so nice to meet you. Like, no, it is not nice to meet you. It is like, yeah, I'm thankful that you showed up, because I thought maybe you will not come. Last minute you will change your mind and be like, yeah, Meghan is not worth it. But again,
gosh, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you.
Okay, I'm so happy. Thank you. There's really absolutely no need for that fake acting. And then after she talked to her for a bit, then Harry showed up, and he
and of course
he hugged her, and that's how it went before the interview. Now what you will notice here is that, again, take a look at this guy. He is not feeling it at all. He was pushed by Meghan Markle to come over and say something with his dumb mouth, obviously. And Meghan is looking at him with so much amazed, and she was like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And we all know what he spoke about, right? Suicide and all that. 5 and 3 years old thinking about suicide is something so strange, so nonsense. This guy speaks bollocks. And you see Meghan Markle at the same time. We have seen all of these videos. I'm not going to be playing it in real motion. And then Harry is trying to explain, and Meghan again trying to get all the attention to herself. So touching her hair, making sure that Harry is not messing it up, not going off script. But obviously Harry did not listen, and he did speak like a dumb person. So these are the parents who lost their 19-year son because he committed suicide. And so now they're talking. One thing you will notice is this guy, okay, this gentleman, when Meghan was talking, I'll show you in a second, he was not even looking at her, and he was, to me, absolutely disgusted. So this lady and this gentleman, they were sharing their experience and all that, and Meghan, had a moment to just shut her mouth. Thank God she was not talking at that time. And now this lady, even though Meghan was the supposed to be the chief guest and Harry, but I have noticed that she was not looking at Meghan that much, okay, that often. Was she ignoring her? Of course, because Meghan doesn't know a thing about children, how to raise them. Why should she be looking at Meghan Markle? She is not an expert, nothing. So you can notice, this is the only time I saw her looking at Meghan Markle. That's the only time. For the most part, she was just looking at the interviewer, Jane, and that's about it. And then you can see Harry was like, why I'm even here? I don't know. Why am I even here? I'm not making any sense. I'm not feeling it. I don't know why I'm even here. Scratching his face, and doing all of this nonsense stuff. And so they talk about, how Meghan fell suicidal, all bullocks again. I'm not going to play it for you because you already know what she talked, all the nonsense. Now, here is a very fun part, interesting part. Meghan is touching the thigh, the leg of Prince Harry, and that was for a reason. I think this was a setup because the interviewer asked her to do so. But again, this is what she does in order to show the whole world that she cares for her husband. But in all reality, we know she doesn't. And why she doesn't, I'll tell you why. Let's actually listen to this part a little bit.
It connects you to these families, and I see you touch your husband's hand in just the way I knew that you would be looking after.
Okay, so she smiled, right? But look at Harry's facial expression when she said, "You're touching your husband's, leg." Harry was having this poker face, not doing anything, not showing any emotion, no reaction whatsoever, and that is because this was a setup, guys. This was a setup. The interviewer or the producer, they told Meghan and Harry that there will be a moment when we'll talk about Meghan touching your leg. And so Harry was like, yeah, we were scripted about this. This is nothing, real. I'm not feeling any emotion. So he kept his poker face the way it was. And then Meghan, obviously, with all of the fake smile and all that, she continued on with her lies, online bullying and all those things. All the while, Harry was so bored. He was so bored. He did not feel like coming here. It was, I feel like he was dragged here. Literally, he was dragged here. And then, of course, Meghan was trying to get all the attention to herself, touching her hair and doing this and doing that. Let's go frame by frame a little bit more. Again, see his facial expression. Take a look. He is so poker faced. He's not showing any emotion. He's not happy. He's absolutely like, oh my goodness, I had to do this. Come on, Meghan. Now, at this point, Meghan was trying to make people laugh. Okay, I'm going to be playing the video.
Just for the launch, the Parents Network will meet mostly online. But group facilitator.
So everybody, as you could hear, was giggling, right? They were giggling. But Harry, again, kept his poker face. He was not impressed by Meghan's joke. She was trying to, through her body language, make some joke, cut some fun. But, of course, Harry was not reacting whatsoever. Now these people, they are way happier outside in the open than inside with Meghan and Harry, as you can see from this facial expression. And now I want to show you something actually very, very. So these are family members who lost their children, son, daughter, to suicide and online bullying, all those things. Now again, Harry is very, very serious. He's just thinking, when I would go back home, I'm missing UK, my pals must be calling me. Now here comes really very, very interesting and fun part. So this gentleman, as I have mentioned to you, when Meghan was talking like with her nonsense, look at him. He was looking away. He was not interested in what Meghan was talking about. This is something that Meghan, when she goes back home, she will be seething with anger. She'll be livid. Trust me, because this guy had absolute no regard for Meghan Markle when she was talking. And again, if you go frame by frame, I actually want to play the real video for 1 second.
It was my daughter. What if it was my son? My son or my daughter who comes home, who are joyful, who I love, and one day, right under my roof.
Yeah, see, the man was like, are you done? Are you done with your nonsense? Like, he was bored. Now, obviously, people could say because he lost his son, 19-year-old son, so maybe he was thinking about him. Regardless of how you look at it, he was not interested in what Meghan was saying. zero interest. So if a person sitting next to her, next to Meghan Markle, has that kind of impression about Meghan Markle, imagine somebody sitting with her for half an hour, 1 hour, how bored that will be. And this is why perhaps we have noticed from Prince Harry too that he was absolutely bored what Meghan was saying, trying her best to make people smile and laugh, but she failed miserably. Nobody did that. No one had any reaction to what she was saying. People were, even for Harry, I think he was absolutely disgusted with Meghan Markle. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed.